Hello friends, subscriber, and hello to everyone who watches our videos. Let's watch the video to the end. You will not hear or see this anywhere. In this video I will answer the question: what's causing my engine to misfire until it's warmed up? Recently when I've tried to start my car it misfires, but only while it's cold. After my car warms up, it doesn't misfire anymore. Why does my car misfire until I warm it up? Misfire on a cold engine can be caused by many faults. Before you start looking for the main cause, I recommend that you recheck your engine visually. Raise the hood and carefully inspect your engine for oil leaks. Also, raise your car on a lift and inspect the engine from below. While you start looking for other reasons, I recommend that you first determine whether there are oil leaks on your engine. Why? This must be done because modern engines must be sealed. If there are oil drips, the seal is broken. Where there is an oil leak, the oil sealer gasket is damaged. Replace it immediately. Where the gasket or oil seal is damaged, when the engine cools down, unaccounted oxygen can enter the crankcase compartment. Then this unaccounted for oxygen enters the engine cylinders through the PCV system, and this is where the problems begin. When you start a cold engine, the control unit calculates that more oxygen is getting into the cylinders than it should be, and independently begins to regulate the supply of gasoline. This is necessary so that the ratio of oxygen to gasoline in the cylinders is within the acceptable range of 14.7:1. The control unit receives information from various sensors that there is more oxygen in the cylinders than required. It begins to reduce the supply of gasoline to the cylinders. One injector will be turned off, then another. This is where misfires occur. When the engine warms up at a high temperature, the parts expand, the gaps close, from where excess oxygen can no longer enter the crankcase compartment. After this, the engine starts to run smoothly. Many modern engines operate using this algorithm, and that is why I recommend that you first resolve the problem of oil leaks, and then, if this does not help, look for another reason. Keep in mind, though, that a misfiring engine could be the sign of other issues. If you're noticing any of the following symptoms, you might want to bring your car in and have a mechanic check it. Loss of engine power, engine has rough idle or stalls, fuel economy drops, engine makes knocking or popping sounds. Continue watching the video until the end, and you will hear answers to interesting questions. Today we will talk about engine misfire, what is the reason of it, what should we pay attention, and how to solve that problem. Please like the video and subscribe our channel. Engine misfires happen when one or several of the cylinders do not produce sufficient spark or compression and lack of fuel. It could involve more than one cylinder. Engine misfiring? Here are the top possible causes. Spark plugs. Worn or fouled spark plugs are one of the most common causes of engine misfires. Ignition coils. Another possible cause of an engine misfire is a bad or malfunctioning ignition coil. Fuel injector. Vacuum leaks. Mass airflow sensor. Worn cylinder. The check engine light goes on. How to fix an engine misfire? Misfire error codes. The last number indicates in which cylinder problem is. If the last number is 3, then check third cylinder. What can we do? Check the third cylinder. When encountering an engine misfire, you must first check and determine if the cylinder is working or not. Also diagnose the spark plugs in the third cylinder, check the ignition coil in the third cylinder, check the fuel injector in the third cylinder, check compression pressures in the third cylinder. Vacuum leak test. There are several ways to check vacuum. The easiest and the most reliable is doing it with smoke tester. If you don't solve the problem of vacuum leak, you will always have the problem of engine misfire. Is engine misfire serious? If left untreated, a cylinder misfire can lead to significant engine damage. Worse, if you experience a bad misfire while driving, it could result in an accident. This is why it's important to treat engine misfires as soon as you detect them. Can I drive with engine misfire? The longer you wait to fix your engine misfire, the more risk you run of causing more serious and long-term damage. If you experience any of these sounds, have a mechanic inspect the engine as soon as possible. So, the answer to is it safe to drive with a misfiring engine? An emphatic no. How does a car act when it misfires? Signs that an engine is misfiring include slower acceleration or shaking during acceleration. The engine also might hesitate or briefly lose power. At idle, the engine might vibrate more than usual and run unevenly. Misfires can occur when an engine is cold or warm, and they can occur intermittently. Can cleaning fuel injector fix a misfire? Fortunately, you are correct that blocked fuel injectors are a sign of an engine that is misfiring. However, if used properly, a fuel injector cleaning ought to solve the issue and stop your engine from misfiring. Will changing spark plugs fix a misfire? Dirty spark plugs can cause misfires. Partially burned engine oil can prevent the plugs from creating the sparks needed to ignite the fuel after it goes into the cylinder. Old spark plugs can simply break and fail to produce a spark. A broken spark plug is a simple fix. Just replace it. Can low fuel cause misfire? When your engine doesn't have enough fuel, it can cause cylinders to misfire. But the biggest risk is if you're traveling at high speeds and RPMs, your car's computer will request a richer air-fuel mixture to prevent damage to the engine. If the fuel pump cannot deliver enough fuel, it can cause an engine knock.